Hello, folks. My name is Detroit Miracle. There are people who wonder why millionaires don't do more for the poor, or why millionaires in general aren't charitable in ways that would eliminate poverty, homelessness, and famine altogether. Yeah, it's serious. Well, I'm here to tell you why. Because being a millionaire comes with a title, it comes with notoriety, and it comes with status. Yeah. So if a person becomes a millionaire, then he or she wants to remain a millionaire. And they know if they give away a lot of their money, even towards a worthy good cause, then they will no longer be a millionaire. I know there are people who would say, okay, Detroit Miracle, fair enough. But what about the rich people that have at least $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, all the way up into you reach hundreds of millions of dollars and even billions of dollars? Those same people would be like, well, those people can afford to be far charitable or far more charitable than they have been, and chances are they will still be very rich. So why don't they want to help the poor people or to help rid the world of social problems that money would fix? Well, I'll tell you, because if you, it's status, it goes along with status. each million each million that you accumulate means something. You could say, like, for example, if you got 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, you could say, I'm a 3 times millionaire, I'm a 4 times millionaire, I'm a 5 times millionaire, I'm a 6 times millionaire, I'm a 7 times millionaire, and so on and so on. Just say a person is a 7 times millionaire, then that comes with recognition and notoriety. So if that person even gives one of their millions away, then they will just be a 6 time millionaire and not a 7 time millionaire. The same goes with people that got hundreds of millions of dollars. If a person has $200 million, $300 million, $400 million, then they are X amount of time having millions of dollars times hundreds. Like, they, if they got 100 million, then they are a millionaire times 100. If they have 200 million, then they are a millionaire times 200, and so on and so on. You understand? So if they give one of those hundreds of millions away, then they wouldn't be that times whatever amount they were. It's like if they have 500 million and they gave 200 million away, then they would no longer be 5 times hundreds of millions, but rather they would be 300 times a millionaire and so forth. I know they would still be incredibly rich, and they would still be 100 millionaire or 200 millionaire or 300 millionaire, but it wouldn't be the same. They wouldn't feel the same, and they wouldn't be regarded as the same. And that goes in accord with greed. That is the very definition of greed by description. A person wanting much more than they actually need, and a person having so much that they can help many others, but they don't, because they do not want their status diminished, or they do not want a decline in their resources, income, and funds, but rather they want their resources to go up where they accumulate even more money. Why do you think there are so many very rich people there out there in society, and there are even more poor people out there? And then people who have a lot of money aren't charitable or contributing in ways that they should because they feel like gods. They have a God complex. Because look, just think about it. If there are at least 3 billion poor people, at least, and if there are, just say, 400, 500,000 very rich people, then the minority has most of the money and not the majority. Yeah, I know. Hey, people, it sounds like real crazy and it sounds like strange for people who have money to feel like that, but they do. And especially if they grew up poor, like there are many very rich people that grew up poor and then became incredibly rich. So they really will feel like that, even more so than a person that was born rich, 9 times out of 10. Yeah, if a person was born rich with money and they were always raised and grew up out of some big fancy mansion, went to good schools, had decent meals, more than decent meals. In fact, if they ate real terrific, fine meals every single day and did a lot of other stuff that they could do with a lot of money, then they are used to it. They would have never known any type of struggle. So they might be more inclined to be more charitable in ways. And yeah, on the other hand, there are people that have been poor but became rich and then they did do a lot of charity, but it's not enough rich people that are out there doing a lot of charitable things. But it's about status, people. Like once you become rich, you are in that select classification of persons. So you feel much better about yourself than you would when you were, or when you were poor. You feel much better if you are very rich than you felt when you were poor, if in fact you were poor. So you're like, wow, I got all this money. I got more than enough money to do all the things I want in life. I could buy all the stuff I want. I can go all around the world to the most beautiful places. I can buy all the jewelry I want, all the cars. Yeah, I like this feeling. I don't want to lose that feeling. I don't want to go back to being poor. And hey, life was a struggle for me. Hey, if I could come up, then the next poor person could come up because they have the same opportunities as I had out there. A lot of people look at it like that. You might say that everyone has reasons for the way they feel about things. I know some of people's feelings are biased, prejudiced, racist, and sexist, and in that case, they are wrong. But nevertheless, people feel the way they feel. Hey, if you are rich, you become rich. You are in that category, quite simply. And if you are incredibly wealthy, then you do not have to deal with the same issues and dilemmas as a poor person does in regards to money. That don't mean that a rich person doesn't have to deal with ailing concerns like sickness, illness, and injury like poor people do. But nevertheless, when it comes to being in a place where money can provide lavish accommodations and meet all of their needs, then they are not like the poor anymore. So they do not identify with the poor. Yeah, folks, it's as simple as that. Okay, I'd appreciate it if you all would give me those likes, comments, and please up those subscriptions to my channel, which is Detroit Miracle. Peace out, folks.